Morning. Can you guys see the Jamboard? It has question
Yes,
A and
miss.
F. Okay.
Yes, miss.
Okay, guys. So we're gonna have a prayer and then we're gonna continue with what we were doing yesterday, okay? So I will lead the prayer. So kindly join me. Let's pray. Heavenly and gracious Father, thank you, Lord, for another beautiful day. Thank you, dear God, for giving each one of us the opportunity to be able to wake up and to experience the many blessings that you have prepared for us in this wonderful day. Dear God, I ask that you guide each one of these students, Lord, in this day, that they may make right decisions, that they make correct choices, Lord, that they think thoroughly, Lord, about what step they will be taking in this day. I ask, dear God, that you give them the opportunities to learn and to grow, either in this subject, Lord, in any subject that they are taking today. That they may take advantage of all of those opportunities, Lord, and they make the most of it. I ask, dear God, that you bless them, that you guide them, that you may bless their families, Lord, and that their loved ones, that they may all be in good health, that they may provide the support and the love and the necessities that each one of these students need. I pray, Lord, in your Son's most precious name. Amen. Okay, let me admit these ones. Okay, guys, so yesterday we were working with order of operations. We defined and we were able to recognize what were the four basic operations. We did some problems that were talking about the four basic operations. And then we went ahead to do defined and undefined arithmetic operations. And then we started off with order of operations. And we managed to do one question with whole numbers and then one question with fractions. And you guys were to have done the other one. For today, we're starting off with order of operations, and then we're going to be going into doing some of the multiple choice questions that are in the um, review assessment for this week. All right. So after today, any questions that are left in the package that we will not be doing together, those are the questions that you guys will be doing on your own. All right. Tomorrow, I am going to be introducing a small topic that I want us to cover tomorrow and next week. So we're going to take about 5 sessions to cover that. It's a topic that it's not how can I put it? It's not a topic that is very very long or needs us to take months or weeks doing it. It's a simple topic which is has to do with statistics, like bar graphs and pictographs, and that is what we want to start with for this week before we go into face to face. All right, because when we start off that week into face to face, then we're going to be starting off with something else. So that is the plan for us for this remaining time of the online. So let us see over here. Let me see if I can zoom this. So these are the two questions that are here. You have letter E and you have letter F. And again, we are only going to be doing one. So which one would you guys prefer that we do?
E, miss.
Letter E? Okay. Letter E or letter F? I see two people saying letter F. Okay. We're gonna do letter F. Me. Okay. So now letter F reads as follows, right? You have 3.42 minus the difference of 2.31 and 1.32, and all of that is going to be divided by 0.27 plus the difference of 4.21 and 1.48. So now, for us to be able to solve this problem, we need to solve the top part first, then solve the bottom part, and then we're going to be doing the division, right? So that is what we're going to be doing. We're going to do the top part first. So now the first thing that we want to be able to do in the top part is the brackets. You always want to remove the brackets first. So I'm going to write the 3.42 exactly the same. And I want you guys to subtract this. What is 2.31 minus 1.32? What would that give you? 2.31 minus 1.32. Anybody? Okay, sorry, I was not looking at the chat. It is 0.99. Very good. So let me include that here, 0.99. All right. Now, if I were to solve this now, I do this subtraction, 3.42 minus 0.99, what would I get? What would I get? 3.42 minus 0.99. Okay, before I do that, do you want me to show you guys how 2.31 minus 1.32 gives you 0.99? Because I'm not sure everybody understood how they got that answer. Would you want me to show you guys how that happened? Yes? Okay. Um, Give me 1 second, guys. Let me hurry find my stylus. I don't know where it is. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me move this over here. Okay. So now what happens here is that we want to do 2.31 and we want to subtract that from 1.32. Right? So this is the subtraction that you want to do because that is what is found in the brackets, right? So now for us to be able to do this, we have to first do regular subtraction. The decimal is right under the decimal point, so we don't have to worry about that. And then we can do regular subtraction, and in my answer, the decimal point will be in the same place where it is right now. All right? So now, if I take a look at this question, I have 1 minus 2. What do I need to do there? I need to borrow. So that's the first thing that we're going to be doing, right? I am going to borrow from the 2 over here. Let me use a different color. I'm going to borrow from the 2 and that gives me 1. Then the 1 passes on to the 3 and it becomes 13. I subtract that and it gives me 12. And then I pass on the 1 to the 1 and it becomes 11. Now what is 11 minus 2?
9.
9. Very good. 9. Then I have 12 minus 3. What is 12 minus 3?
9.
9. Okay. And then 1 minus 1?
0.
So this is how we get the 0.99 that is over here. Right? Okay. So now what I have here, this is just the working, right? You don't need to show this working. What I'm going to put over on this side, now this is what we have to show. So I have 3.42 minus 0.99. And basically the bottom is going to be saying the same, right? Because I haven't been working with the bottom as yet. So I'm just going to write over the bottom because I don't want to do them together and then you guys are going to get confused. All right. So now that is the bottom. And I'll just draw a line. One second. Okay. So everybody understood how we got that?
Yes, miss.
Yes. Okay. So let me just draw a line over there. Okay. So now I want to do the brackets at the bottom now, right? So I'm going to do the brackets at the bottom. I'm going to have 3.42 minus 0.99. And at the bottom, I will have 0.27. And if I do this subtraction, 4.21, 4.21 minus 1.48, and I want you guys to do that subtraction. Same way that we subtract, you're going to be subtracting this one, right? And I want you guys to tell me what that gives you. Let me see. 2.73. Okay, very good. So I'm going to have 2.73. Everybody understands what we have done so far?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So now, this is what I have. This is what I'm solving now, right? So at the top, what is 3.42 minus 0.99? 3.42 minus 0.99. 2.41. Anybody else got that answer? 2.43. Okay. It's supposed to be 2.43, right? 2.43. And then at the bottom, what is 0.27 plus 2.73? 0.27 plus 2.73. 3. Okay. So I get 3 at the bottom. And then now I have this division, right? So now this is a division that I want to be able to do so that I get my answer. Now, how do we do this division? Okay. That is what we're going to be doing right now. So 2.43 divided by 3, the one, we have to do this in long division form, right? We can't divide it like this. So what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to put the 3 on the outside, and I'm going to have 2.43 like that. Right? That is how the division is going to look like, and this is the division that I need to do. So 2.43 divided by 3 is the same thing as this. So this is what I'm going to be doing right now. Okay? So now the first thing that I need to do is go division. Just like how I do regular division, there's 3 going to 2, there's 3 going to 24, and I continue doing the same long division. And for now, I'm just going to be ignoring the decimal point a little bit. So now, can 3 go into 2? Yes or no?
No.
No. Can 3 go into 24?
Yes.
How many times?
8.
8 times. Okay, very good. So now I'm going to be putting a 0 on top of the 2 because 3 cannot go into 2. I'm going to put the decimal point right there exactly where it was. And then I'm going to put the 8 that you guys are saying. And at the bottom, I'm going to put 24. And I'm just going to subtract. Right? What is 24 minus 24?
0.
0. There is nothing there. What do I do now?
Bring down the 3.
Bring down the 3. Very good. I'm going to bring down the 3. Now 3 into 3. How many times?
1. 1.
1 time. And I'm going to do 3 there. And I have no remainder, right? So what is your answer?
0.81.
0.81. Very good. And then that's what I'm going to be writing here. 0.81. All right. So now what is your working going to look like? Let me... Oof. Your working is only this piece that I have here in black, right? Everything else, you can do it once it is neat. You can show it, but I'm not asking you guys to do that, right? Everything that I want to see are these steps that I have there in black. Yes? Anybody has any questions? Did you understand?
Business.
Okay. So that would be for that question. Let me open the package. And then... Okay. Can you guys see the package?
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Okay. So, if you guys have been taking a look at what we have been doing yesterday, we did number 1, which is this one. We did everything for number 1. And then yesterday and today, we did half of number 2 because you guys have to do the other half. All right. So, those are the questions that we have been working on so far. So, I am going to be looking at some of the multiple choice questions. I'm just going to look at some and skip some, and then you guys are going to do the other ones, right? So, let's look at number 1. Number 1 says a man buys a pair of trousers, and a pair of trousers is a pair of pants, right? So this man buys a pair of pants at a sale and pays $120, but He is saving $30 on the mark price. What is the percentage discount? What is the percentage discount? So now, what is the first thing that you need to know in this question? They give you the sale price. They give you how much he saved. But what is that $30 when they tell you this is how much he saved? What is another word for that?
Discount.
A discount. Very good. It's a discount. So this person paid $120, but he got a discount of $30, right? So what should have been the original price?
120 dollar.
Let me rephrase that. Let me say,
150, miss.
okay, very good.
150.
Very good. That's the answer. Let me say it in another way so everybody can understand. Let's say that you guys went to the store and you want this pair of jeans pants. You saw this pair of jeans pants and it's a boutique, so it's really expensive, right? And the lady tells you that you are going to pay $120 because it's on discount. You are getting a $30 discount. You end up paying $120. If you paid $120 and they gave you a discount of $30, what was the original price of that pants?
150.
150. How do you get 150?
By adding the 30 and the 120.
Very good. The original price, you get it when you add the sale price, how much you paid for it, and the discount that they had taken off. So if you paid 120 and they gave you a discount of $30 for you to find the original price, you have to add those two and you get 150. Now, you already know what the discount is. How much is the discount?
30.
$30. Very good. But the question is not asking you. The question does not say, okay, tell me what the discount is. No. The question is telling you what is the percentage discount. So this question wants you to take that $30 and represent that $30 as a percent. Right? Does everybody understand that?
Yes, miss.
Okay. How do I do that though? How do I go about and find that $30 and change that $30 to a percent? Anybody knows?
Miss solo busca cuánto te quitaron del 150 y
But we already know that the discount was $30. We know that the sale price was 120 and we know that the original price was 150. That is what we know, right? How do I use those things that I know to find the discount as a percent?
Miss, is it multiplied by 100?
Okay, very good. We multiply by 100 because that is how we change something to a percent. But what are we going to multiply by 100?
you 30.
Only the 30? Or the 30 over something?
30 over 150.
Why over 150?
Because 150 is the total price.
Very good. Very good. So now let me show you guys because I'm pretty sure that some of you are still not seeing. Okay. Over here. Okay. what we were saying over here for this question is as follows. All right? We have that this pants cost $120. Right? This is the selling price because that is how much I paid for it, or this person paid for it. We got $30 that is a discount, right? And then now we have 150, which is the original price, or the total. That is how much the pants should have actually cost. But this question is asking for the discount percent. So I need to change this $30 into a percent. How do we do that? I asked that question and somebody said, Gerald said we times by 100, and that's correct because that is how we change something to a percentage. We have to multiply by 100. But what we multiply by 100 is very important. What is the question asking us for? It is asking us for discount percent. So automatically, the discount has to be here because that is what I am changing to a percent. All right? And then now I ask, what goes at the bottom? Is it the selling price or is it the mark price, the original price?
The original price, miss.
The original price, because that is how much the pants cost. All right, before the discount, that's the original thing. That is how much they should have sold it for. So now this over here is what I'm going to be solving. All right, so you can go about and solve this in different ways as you wish. You could cancel, you could multiply and then divide. Doing solving like this has many ways of solving this question, right? What I'm going to be doing over here is that I'm going to be canceling. What I can do is that I can cancel the zeros over here. Let me use another color, right? I'm going to cancel this zero and I'm going to cancel this zero. Can I cancel something else?
Yes, miss.
What can I cancel?
The 3 with the 15.
The 3 and the 15, very good. By what am I canceling 3 and 15? By what number?
By 3, miss.
By 3, very good. How many times does 3 go into 3?
1.
1, very good. How many times does 3 go into 15?
5.
5 times. Very good. Can I cancel something else?
Yes, miss. No. Yes, miss.
Okay, what can I cancel?
The 5 into the 100.
Very good. The 5 and the 100. By what can I cancel 5 and
By 5,
100?
miss. By 5.
By 5. How many times does 5 go into 5?
1.
1. And how many times does 5 go into 100?
25.
Are we sure?
20, miss.
20 times. So what is going to be your answer over here after you have solved this?
20%.
20%. Very good. So now if we go to our question, what is going to be the answer for number 1?
A.
Letter A. Letter A. Very good. Everybody understood that question?
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Okay. Okay. Let's look at number 2. What is number 2? What do you have to do in question number 2?
Simplify.
Simplify. Okay, what kind of problem is number 2? Under what topic in math does number 2 fall under? Anybody? Order of operations. Very good. Order of operations. So let me move over to the Jamboard. This is the question that we have. And the question reads as follows. 3 times, open brackets, 8 minus 3, close brackets, plus the square root of 49. So we have to solve this. If I am using PEMDAS or BOMDAS or whatever operation acronym to solve our order of operation, what is the first thing that we have to do?
Bracket.
Parentheses. Very good. Parentheses. So, what is 8 minus 3?
5.
5.
5. Very good. So, I'm going to have 3 times 5 plus the square root of 49. What are we doing now? What goes after parentheses? What do you guys think we have to do next? Simplify next.
Multiply. Square root.
The square root. Very good. Who can tell me what's the square root of 49?
Seven. 7.
7. How did you guys get 7? Would you guys like me to explain why the answer is 7? Okay, very good. I'm Iranian Edwin. 7 times 7 gives us 49. So whenever they ask you guys for the square root of 49, they're telling you, okay, what number when I times it by itself gives me 49? So if I tell you guys, what is the square root of 25? What number times
5.
itself gives me
5.
25? 5. If I tell you guys, what is the square root of 4? 2. 2, because 2 times 2 gives me 4. What is the square root of 36?
6.
6. Very good, because 6 times 6 gives me 36. All right? Okay. So we have that down. What do I do next? 3 times 5 plus 7. What happens now? Multiplication. Very good. So what is 3 times 5?
15.
15. Very good. And what is 15 plus 7?
22.
22. Very good. Anybody has any questions?
Bonus.
Okay. So you have number 2. Okay, let's see. Number 3, you guys can do number 3. Okay, you guys can do number 4. You guys can do number 5. Number 6. I think you guys can do number 6. Let's do number 10. Right here. Number 10. Right? Number 10 is also order of operations, right? Yes, everybody can see its order of operations.
Miss, I was not able to do that one.
Okay. So let me see. Let me just write the question. And then minus 2. Okay. Okay. So let's move to the Jamboard. And this is the question, right? 2 divided by open brackets 4 minus 2 close brackets plus 8 squared minus 2 minus negative 1, all of that squared. Okay. So we have, in this question, we have what we call double parentheses, right? Where we have a parentheses inside of another parentheses. And usually in math, when we have these things, the square bracket, the bracket that they use on the ends, the ones that look like little boxes, those are the ones that we use to represent the bigger ones. And then inside of these we can put the curved or the regular parentheses, right? But these are what we call double parentheses or parentheses in a parentheses, right? So what we are going to be doing here is that I want to always solve the ones that are inside, right? Everything that is inside. So we are going to be solving for the brackets that are round, right? Those ones first. Those are the ones that we want to simplify first. So in this case, if I take a look at this question, I'm just going to write over everything. And what is 4 minus 2?
2.
2, very good. I'm just going to write 2 plus 8 squared. And then the parentheses minus 2. Now over here we have minus negative 1. What is another way that I can write minus negative 1? Two minus negative 1. How can I write? What is another way that I can write this? 2 minus negative 1.
2 plus 1.
2 plus 1. Very good. How do I get 2 plus 1? Those of you that were in my extra classes that I had, when we have a negative and a negative, what does that turn into?
A positive.
A positive. Very good. So instead of writing an minus negative 1, I can just write plus 1. Right? Everybody understood that?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So now we continue. We are going to try and solve what are inside of these square brackets. Right? But if we look at the first square bracket, it says 2 divided by 2 plus 8 squared. What I want to do first in that one is just the 8 squared, right? We want to remove the powers, right? So, what is 8 squared?
64.
64. Very good, because 8 squared, 8 to the power of 2 is 8 times 8, right? So that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to write over the 2 divided by 2 plus 64. I'm going to just leave it like that for now. Now the other one just has an addition. I can do that addition, right? 2 plus 1, what is that?
3.
3 squared. And I don't have to write the brackets anymore because I have solved everything inside of that bracket. All right? Everybody understands what I'm doing here?
Yes, Miss.
Okay.
Yes.
I ended up though with another power. So I want to solve that power. I'm just going to write over the beginning part because we haven't touched anything right now. And what is 3 squared?
9.
9. Very good. 3 times 3 gives me 9. Now I'm going to go back to the first bracket. Do I do the division or the addition first?
Division.
Division. What is 2 divided by 2?
1.
1. Very good. And then now, what is 1 plus 64?
65.
5.
65. Very good. And what is 65 minus 9?
51.
56.
50. 56. And that should be your answer. So now, if we go to question number 10, what is going to be the answer for question number 10?
D.
Letter D.
56.
Letter D. Very good. Any questions, guys?
No, miss.
Okay. So let me go. We in section 2, we already did number 1. Number 2, you guys know what you have to do. Number 3 now. Let me just quickly explain this. We have 1 minute. I can explain these questions and you guys have an idea of what it is that you have to do, right? Number 3 says three friends, Sonia, Anu, and Kelly went shopping. Sonia bought 7 sweets costing 12 cents each. Anu bought 9 sweets costing 8 cents each. And Kelly bought 11 sweets costing 14 cents each. Write a mathematical statement to represent this information. So, for A, you are not solving. You have to understand there is no solving. All that they're telling you, the problem, write it as a math sentence. So, in this problem, and I'm going to tell you from right now, you have to use your brackets to represent because this problem is talking about 3 things. It's talking about the sweets that Sonia bought, it's talking about the sweets that Anu bought, and it's talking about the sweets that Kelly bought. All right? You can't just write everything in one big sentence and then there is no parentheses because the parentheses are important to show, okay, this part represents Sonia, this part represents Anu, and this part represents Kelly. All right? So, if I am going to be writing 7 sweets costing 12 cents, what am I doing there?
Multiplying, Miss.
Multiplying, very good. I am multiplying 7 sweets because each of these sweets cost 12 cents. So my first bracket is going to have 7 times 12 cents. How do you write 12 cents? How do you write 12 cents in
Zero
money?
dollars and 12 cents. 0.12.
0.12. So how do I write 8 cents?
0.08.
Very good. And how do I write 14 cents?
0.14.
0.14. So 0.12, 0.08, and 0.14. That is how we represent 12 cents, 8 cents, and 14 cents. When you guys are writing your mathematical statement, and this goes, if we continue doing this right now, if you go to another farm level, wherever it is that you go, and you have to write a mathematical statement, you cannot write 12 and the little C symbol, right? In the problem, when they read the problem, they can do that. But when it comes to you solving the question and you have to find an answer, then we can no longer use it. We have to change it and represent it in the way that we write money. Everybody understands that?
Yes, Miss.
Okay.
Okay.
So, how am I going to write Sonia's part in the statement? What did we say we're going to be writing? If Sonia bought 7 sweets costing 12 cents each, how am I going to write that?
In a statement, miss.
Okay, how is my statement going to look like?
Mathematical statement to represent an information.
Okay, so if I tell you guys I bought 7 sweets and each sweet cost 12 cents, how are you going to write that in a mathematical statement? Alan, that's close, but you were saying 7 times 12. Does that 12 do justice to the money? We just talked about how to write 12 cents, 8 cents, and 14 cents. And we did that because that is what you have to use. So I cannot just say 7 times 12. Very good, Ryan. Very good, Bajoran. I need to write 7 times 0.12, 0.12. And that is what I'm going to be doing for the other parts. So that is going to go in my first bracket. 7 times 0.12 plus whatever goes in my second bracket plus whatever goes in my third bracket, right? Okay, guys. So I'm sorry it took a few more minutes than our time. Hopefully, you guys got clearly what you're doing for the first part. And remember, you are not solving, it's not asking you to solve for part A. Part A is only asking for the statement. Only give me the question, right? In a mathematical statement. So, you guys are free to leave. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will be seeing you guys tomorrow for class.
Miss, tomorrow.
Yes.
Miss, tomorrow will explain the other ones.
I can take maybe a few minutes of the beginning of the class to do that, but I will be starting with the topic of statistics. That is what I had said in the morning. Sorry, not in the morning, at the beginning of the class. But if you guys take a look, so this is do this then. Take a look at the questions, try to solve it, and if there is one that you absolutely do not understand, then we can do that at the beginning of class tomorrow. And then I can take the remainder of class to introduce the topic that we're gonna be doing. All right, does that work?
Yes, Miss, thank you.
Okay. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Bye, miss.
Bye,
Bye,
Miss.
miss.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. You guys too.
Bye, miss.
Bye.
Bye, miss.
Bye,
Bye,
miss.
guys.
Bye, miss.
Bye.
Bye, miss.
Bye, miss.
Bye. Yes,
Bye, Miss.
bye. Yes, Yuri, I have the recording. I will be posting them today. I have to post the one from yesterday as well.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, miss. Bye, miss.
Bye. Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye, miss.
Bye.
Miss,
Yes.
no nota, miss, que yo ahora ya ni hablo, miss. Ya me pierdo en algún.
I am wondering because a lot of students are not talking now. ¿Será que tienen miedo? ¿Qué les pasó?
Nada, miss, nada, miss. Right